Today's video is dedicated to the ArcPulse cases made for our S25 Ultra from Samsung, the iPhone 16 Pro Max, as well as the Nothing Phone 3 from Nothing. And these devices are obviously the latest and greatest from each company, but the ArcPulse cases have been around for some time, allowing us to enjoy our devices. And I'm talking about the aesthetic feel of the actual device, like the material that the companies are put a lot of work into it. We're not hiding that behind a case, but still providing us protection in a bumper style case. And again, very unique approach to match the design of the actual smartphone, as we're going to see with the Nothing Phone 3. These are the ArcPulse cases for our devices. Let's check them out and see what makes them so special. Like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell icon so that you're always notified whenever we have new videos for you on the channel. So we have 3 cases in here, 4 devices, and it's primarily because I have 2 variants of this, the white and the black version of the Nothing Phone 3. This is the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and of course this is the S25 Ultra. But let's go ahead and start off first and foremost and say that this little box is a case. This is a case made for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now I do want to mention first and foremost, these are designed in the Netherlands, and again, this is made for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. They do have different colors as well as different options for different devices. So you're definitely going to be able to pick one up for any of your iPhones, and actually the most compatibility that I've seen with them so far has been with iPhone and Samsung devices. So for those two, you're not going to have any problems. And of course, I'm really happy to see that they now have it also for the Nothing Phone 3. Okay, we're going to start off with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Again, this is the ArcPulse case. We'll go ahead and open it up. There's a small instruction information here. You can just download and check out the QR. But the case itself is actually a 4-piece configuration. It kind of looks like there's 2. If you actually open it up and just ever so nicely here, look, there's actually a rubber insert that allows you to actually have a better configuration as far as the grip on your smartphone. And of course, there's the actual case itself. It's a bumper style case that has a ring around the camera stack that's going to go back there. You could basically just position it, level it up, and you're ready to go. And again, it does actually look very nice. You have the ArcPulse logo on the top right. And of course, we have the bottom part. That's pretty much the exact same situation. The black material is the actual separator, the second piece. You can put it in, and of course, just assign it to your device. The design here is intended to allow us to enjoy the design of the phone, the feel of holding the phone as if we don't have a case, which means I can actually just put it on here. And also, by the way, just for reference, I do actually have a screen protector here. This is a glass protector. This one fits very nicely. Of course, the bar goes on the back of the device, and it is a snug fit. It means it's not going to just snap on like it right this. You'll see it's still separate. You definitely want to be putting it in and then allowing a gentle motion of basically aligning it, letting it just align itself correctly. The rubber casing or the insert that we have in there on top of the case itself is designed so that it actually becomes, so let's go ahead and just close it. It actually becomes very strong and it is not going to slip off. This is something that has been designed, and of course, not only that, but tested as well. The top part, also pretty much the same thing. The only thing I would probably say is to make sure you just align it so that it sits above the stack, so don't go hitting it directly. And then once you do that, you go from the top area here, and then at this point, just go ahead and push it in. And just like that, pretty much the same configuration. It aligns itself very nicely. Again, very friendly with glass protectors, as it actually provides you a little bit of a raised area to the back. So it doesn't actually cover the front part. Now, it does actually raise the display. You can see here that it actually does raise it. So if you don't have a glass protector, maybe you're using the default protector, this one's going to be really nice. So when you put it on the table, it protects it. If you put it on the back, there is no wobble now because it actually is leveraging the 4 parts here, the 4 edges on the top, right, and left. When I'm holding the phone, because of the way this case is designed, the only part that actually does touch my hand is here, positioned on the bottom right corner, and it actually provides a nice little gentle area exposure here. It's not digging into my actual wrist. But of course, my fingers, my hand is holding it entirely on the back, and of course provides us that protection. Again, this is going to be a case that may not be for everybody because it depends on the design and what you're looking for. But aesthetically, this absolutely elevates the experience when you're looking at an iPhone like this. Removing it is very easy as well. Of course, if you're going to be using this with any kind of MagSafe configuration, iPhones are built in with this, so it's going to work great. Let's go ahead, align it. And here, this one is, of course, it's going to work perfectly nice. This is a moffed kickstand case, so I can definitely put my device this way, position it sideways, whichever way I want. And of course, the nice thing about it here, let's go ahead and put it back in. The thickness of the moffed case is just about the same thickness as the actual device. So if you're looking for something very minimalistic, adds function, keeps your, of course, the ability of using your MagSafe configuration, this is going to work great. You put it on, it works nicely, and it's obviously going to work with any kind of MagSafe support here. You don't have to get a separate case. This works great, and it looks great. So this is the S25 Ultra, Samsung's latest flagship. Of course, there's no question about it. It looks absolutely great. A little bit more rounded edges on the side here, but it definitely feels great to be able to hold it in your hand and not have to put a case on it. Again, if you like to put a standard regular case on it, there's no questions there. This one is pretty straightforward. It says the ArcPulse minimal bumper case, of course, 3-meter drop test protection, feel your phone design, and of course, aerospace grade aluminum. This one is in silver, made specifically for the S25 Ultra. They do support other Samsung devices as well. And as you can see, we're going to basically put that on here. And I feel like this one kind of, to a certain point, looks futuristic. And I like the design on this. Let's go ahead and put it on. Very much the same, similar experience. Some information here on the back. The case itself is a two-piece case, or two-piece cases. Again, the material is on the side. You can just remove that. And with this one, it's pretty straightforward. You align it to the back. Obviously, the camera rings are going to be here. You put it on here. You push it in. And as soon as you put that on, it actually fits perfectly, absolutely, just like a glove. And here we'll put it on the bottom part. Same thing, you do need to push that in a little bit. It does not block the S Pen. I know a lot of people are probably wondering, does it block? Nope, works perfectly with the S Pen. We still have full access. We still have full access to the SIM card, the USB-C port. Of course, the speakers are not blocked. We have access to our phone, holding it very much the same. And again, the wobble effect is non-existent. There is no wobble. Obviously, there's no chance for a wobble. Everything is protected. The sensors here are protected. Minimal experience. The antenna bands are not covered, so you're not going to have any issues connectivity. Volume rocker, power button, and of course the display. What I like about this the most is the design kind of permeates a little bit more, and it matches the camera design that we have here on this device. All of the cameras are covered, even the LED flash, the protection, and the little arc design here on the top right. You can kind of definitely appreciate what they're trying to do here. They match the design of the case to the phone so that you're enjoying it, not just by having it on the phone, but it actually provides you kind of like an aesthetic upgrade to your smartphone. Now, one thing to keep in mind though, unfortunately with Samsung as well as with Nothing, we don't have MagSafe built in. iPhones have this built in as a part of the device. So if your smartphone does not have MagSafe built into it, this is not going to work. So as you can imagine, although there's some traction here, it's not strong enough to hold the device as here with the iPhone. I'm actually able to lift it up. So MagSafe configurations, definitely you need to have something that helps you use that, either by the adhesive ring that you're able to put on your smartphone, or of course, at that point, you need to get a case that supports MagSafe. Now, the last one is the ArcPulse case. This one is a minimal bumper case made specifically for the Nothing Phone 3. This one is in silver, so it's one thing to keep in mind. Of course, we have the Arc design. Last but not least, of course, it's up to 3-meter drop test here. Of course, feel your phone, of course, an aerospace grade aluminum as far as the material you're using here. Again, 2 side bumpers. You remove the sleeve. We have the ArcPulse logo, and we're greeted with the case. Straightforward, straight to the point. Now, again, this one is the silver one, so it depends on the design that you're going for. We'll put this on the side. As you can imagine, it works on both of them. There's no question here. And the design here just, again, matches the camera stack. Now, obviously, this is going to stand out a lot more when you're using it on the black color because of the silver and the contrast of the device. Bring it in. Push it into the level where you need it, and at that point you'll see right away that the stack matches. And actually, not only that, it just hugs the camera sensors, providing us the protection that we want without having to worry about it. Of course, it doesn't cover the glyph interface, the new glyph interface, the LED flash, of course, the camera stacks that we have, not even the red light that shows that we are recording. Of course, I'm going to give it a second here. There is no wobble at all here. Not that it was a big one, but you could definitely see without a case, it does have a little bit of a wobble. You can feel your phone when you're holding it. Actually, kind of feels like you're not even having a case, but again, provides a little bit of a bumper protection there. Same thing as the other 2 devices. It does raise the actual phone, so when you put it down, it protects the display. On the back, it protects the actual device. And of course, on the side, we have full access to all of our buttons, and we have obviously access to the SIM tray, the microphone, as well as the bottom fire speaker and the USB-C. Great design, really, really nice. Let's go ahead and put this on actually on the white one. For this one, same thing, just put it on. And of course, just give it a second. Make sure that you get that very nice, straightforward. You could definitely see the silver coloring nice and matching here. And here, just put it on the top and just keep pushing it in until you notice that the top camera stack or camera sensor on the top is actually assigned or aligned directly. So you push it in directly. And at that point, you'll notice that ever so gently, it just flushes. It becomes flush with the back. That's when you know it's on. Looks great, works great, no issues with the, here we can definitely see everything that we have in here. Let's go ahead and bring in the 8-ball, and then this is the level. Let's switch it over, back one more time, and the time. It looks perfect. Again, gives us access to the device, very nice, protecting it. And as you can see here, the three cases are beautiful. This is providing us an almost futuristic look to our smartphones. Now, I will say, yes, this is not a full body protection. It does provide protection to your device. Most of the time when a device is dropped, most of the areas that the devices are dropped obviously are either laying flat, or they drop at an angle, or they go face first. So you're hitting the back, the front, or you hitting it on the corner. So the case itself does provide those protection levels. It hits on the corner sides and it puts it. It's pretty much a standard bumper case. If you've ever used bumper case, or if you're a fan of bumper cases, these are going to look really good. Wireless charging, no problem on any one of them, although MagSafe, again, just be aware, only available on iPhones. If your Android device that is supported by ArcPulse does have MagSafe built into it, or magnetic ring configuration, it's going to work great. There are accessories that you're able to pick up off of Amazon as well that provide you the ability of adding an adhesive ring on the back of your device, and that will allow you to actually have MagSafe functionality in case you like using those accessories. But at the end of the day, they're giving us a very nice and a very unique experience that we can't get with any other case on the market. We can feel our device. We can appreciate the design that the device has in there, and even upgrade the design. I mean, again, no other S25 Ultra will look like this. Most of them will look very similar to the other ones that we put a case on. This looks so unique and even elevates the iPhone design to a next level if you're looking for something unique and, again, minimalistic, so that you can feel your device. You can still put your glass protector on the front. There's nothing wrong with that. And of course, get the design level to the next level. I do want to say thank you very much to ArcPulse for sending me these cases. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of these cases? Would you rock some of these cases on your devices? Are you more of a bare configuration on a smartphone, or do you love putting them in a case? I'd love to hear your opinions. Like and subscribe as usual. Thank you very much for the support. I will see you in the next video.